Namaste, and welcome to Namaste Today in the Zodiac Weather. My name is Christopher Witecki, your Sensei to Serious Joy. Seriously. Pardon my sunglasses, I am poolside here in Dallas, Texas, as I'm uploading and on the road with the Namaste Today show. Pardon my little tardiness with getting this up, by the way. It's been a little difficult to upload huge gigastope files. Like these big files in hotels just don't have the upload speed, but we're working on it. Today is for Thursday, August 7th, 2014, and step 15 rules the day. That means Venus is going to rule the day. It's time to return to a tranquil love and kind of a perfect love. If you bought your megascope, you know that this is kind of the countdown to a weird, trippy kind of Beatles reality as the sun will begin to oppose Neptune. But really today is that first turn towards that bliss, and it comes down to aligning our mind with our heart. That is the secret of what enlightenment is. When the mind is focused on serving the heart, that is enlightenment, at least according to Master Buddha. So that brings us to our phrase of the day. The phrase of the day is, I love and trust my heart, I think the same. I love and trust my heart, I think the same. That's what step 15 really is. I love and trust, 10. I think the same is the 5. And when the 10 and the 5 come together, it makes a 6, which is Venus, tranquility, balance. So we find balance when we love and trust ourselves and we put our mind on the same topic. In some senses, the mind is the devil. It's the only part of us that can deny Creator or deny God. And so we can live very much alone in our mind, which is why we got to tell our mind who's boss. We are, the king or queen. Our heart is the boss. So today it really is about showing the mind who's boss, and that's what brings us the Venus tranquility. I love and trust my heart. I think the same. Just say that to yourself, say it loud, say it proud all day long. So today the step is step 15. The joyful prep is step 25. Step 25 is I feel and I think. So we're going to feel ourselves and we're going to put our mind focused on our feelings. And what are we trying to feel for? Well, love, of course. Whenever we feel love, joy, or happiness, we're on the right path. So we are really aligning that way. The moon today is in step 8 or Capricorn. So it's going to be a very serious day emotionally. But that's not before we end up having a big kind of test of faith. And I'll talk about that just a second in the Sensei Sunrise. Today on SoulGuard.tv, I've released a new episode of Sadika Salter, the new Renegade Aromatherapist. This is high-definition human development, and Sadika is sharing some plant medicine with you that will help you alter your state and help you love yourself. So there's a lot of plants out there that put out high love vibration. If you surround yourself with these beings, it'll help you. So check out Sadika. She's amazing. So let's look at what is in our planet soup and what God is cooking up today. The sun is at step 15 or 15 degrees Leo and is conjuncting Black Lilith at 17. Now I spoke about this yesterday. It ultimately means that we're going to all be fearing some sort of repeat of the future. Everyone is fearing a repeat of the future, but you might be feeling sucked down a certain path. Perhaps a lot of things are already opening up for you, perhaps not. This is really the turning point where things will open up for people if it hasn't so far, because this is our mind still holding on. But with the sun conjuncting Black Lilith, you should be aware that it's very likely that whatever is manifesting in front of you looks very much like something you've done before. And that's kind of the way the world works. It's always kind of like a cyclical staircase up. So we see the same view every time we cycle and circle around, but each time we see the view, we're higher up. So you're probably higher up on a certain view. And there might be a little quiver of the heart as to whether or not you should proceed, whether or not you should jump. Is there any guarantee? And the answer is no. The only difference is that you know better this time, whatever it is. So with the Black Lilith conjunction, for the next 4 or 5 days, people really will have to make a determination as to, do you believe in your heart? Do you love and trust your heart? If so, then let's move forward. And a lot of people who have not looked at where their heart has been in a lot of pain may take this whole Jupiter and Leo cycle this year to just clear out what's in the way. So I think it kind of depends on what level you are, what age you are. But be advised that, like, if there is no hard evidence, otherwise false evidence appearing real is fear in the lightwork world, right? So if there's no evidence, my advice is to proceed, because anything that feels good and you love is worth doing. Sorry, we got a little battery stop in there. Okay, so Jupiter is going to move to step 5 today. It's been in the volatile step 4 for a few days, And what that means is everyone on earth is going to get it. They're going to get it and suddenly want to reach out and start to connect. So we're going to have a lot of fast connections, a lot of introductions, a lot of new meetings. That's one of the reasons why I came to Texas at this time. And as soon as you understand what in your mind is not playing ball, or what your mind's thinking of instead of trusting what your heart wants, I think this all flows forward. So we're all ready to kind of burst forward. The other big thing in Planet Soup is a diluted yod, what I call a diluted yod. It's diluted between 14 and 17 degrees. So this is the universe putting a real big focus on a spectrum of consciousness, not so much a particular planet. And this spectrum is everything from you think what your heart wants to where your heart is committed. So we're really working on that range of consciousness of where we feel our heart and think our heart is committed to where it's actually committed. And it's a very small space. So a lot of people may be actually making major decisions about their lives. And what goes into that yod right now is Pluto, which means the death of old rules. And secondly, Neptune, which is God's consciousness advising us. So the death of the old world and God's advisement is all going in towards what your heart thinks it wants to what you decide it wants. And in essence here, we're at step 15 today. In 2 days, the universe will be asking for your commitment to what your heart wants next. So everyone has 2 days to figure out what their heart wants. Seriously. It looks weird because I wasn't making the right eye contact. So let's go into today's Sensei Sunrise. I don't know if I can make this show super long because I'm on my iPhone, believe it or not. So the Sensei Sunrise, here we go. Ultimately, I love and trust my heart. I think the same. So today, what you're really navigating through are the last little things that your mind is holding on to. We talked about that yesterday. But today, literally, it's probably time to get with the program. It's probably time to move forward somewhere with your heart. And it's not that your mind is maybe distracted as much as is your mind really on board 100%. And you need to realize that once your mind says it's on board, well, everything will seem crazy. When you say yes to the heart and the mind gets carried along, the mind will feel crazy if you're on the right path at first, because Mercury is programmed by the sun. So when we make a big sun decision to go towards a different star or towards a different direction, Mercury is like, whoa, freaks out for a minute. Very common and good. And so today's Sensei Sunrise is simply to listen to your heart, of course, to love and trust what it's telling you, and then tell that smartass to get on board the game. And be aware that it's possible that you are afraid of something happening again or whatever, but if you've already gone through the logic and seen that you're not in the same situation, that you may look the same, then again you tell that smartass, hey, we've done this check, just trust the heart. I love and trust the heart. I think the same. Now, don't forget, this is the last month to get a reading with me. I have a 60 plus 30-minute special. If you buy a 1-hour reading at soulmart.me, you'll get a free 30-minute follow-up this year. And I've actually started reading some new clients on the road here. And boy, a lot of amazing people that have been watching my horoscopes forever but not said hi to me. I can't believe it. So if your heart wants it, this is the time. I will be retiring from personal readings when my AIT technology comes out, artificial intuition, because I designed that damn thing to take over and let me sleep. So this is your last opportunity. Come on down to soulmart.me for that. If you own a megascope, be sure to watch yours. I get super detailed in those megascopes for each of the 12 signs and your rising and your Venus about what you need to do to navigate through this hard stuff, navigate past the Black Lilith, and get onto your heart path. So that is also available at soulmart.me. And now let's do our Zodiac weather. I've got the groovy background, but I don't have the music today. We will go in the order of the serious steps to the steps to serious joy, starting with the secret step, step 0, the Scorpios. Scorpios, sunny and pensive today. You're actually going to be moving forward with your ego desires and what your heart wants, even though your career may still be questionable. The Leos, sunny and hyper aware. You know, Leos, you are moving on to a whole new ego right now. You're super hyper aware today. Everything is going to be getting at you. But you are moving forward with the new home plans and the new trust and intimacy that has begun already. So move forward with that despite your questions. Cancer, sunny and sentimental. You are moving forward with your heart and what you believe, even though you're not sure if you're going to get paid what you're worth. But today the Cancers are feeling their relationships. Sagittarius, step 3s, sunny and productive. For the Sagittarius, I need to get this down. Without music or whatever, it's hard for me to get my rhythm. Sunny and productive today for the Sagittariuses. Now, Sagittarius, you're working on what you believe right now with this whole Jupiter in Leo, but you should definitely move forward with your faith and what your lifestyle has in store right now, because you know what you're doing there. Aquarius, cloudy and private. They're also known as the step forwards. They're very withdrawn today. And even though you're uncertain about certain partnerships in your life, you are moving forward with career and move forward with money. So those two should go forward regardless. Step 5 is the Geminis, cloudy and super vulnerable today. You're moving forward with health and lifestyle plans and career plans, even though you don't know what to think right now. And that's okay, Gemini. Just go forward with it. Step 6, the Librans, sunny, nesting, and resting today for the judge and juries of the Zodiac. They are, of course, working on a new role in society with the Sun in Leo, trying to get their minds behind that. But you could definitely move forward with money and your lifestyle changes, Libra. No problems there. Don't second guess it. The Pisces, step 7, sunny and social today for the Fishies. You, of course, are working on a whole new life, but what you can go forward with most definitely is what you believe in or what you teach, and also what your ego is telling you to do, because Neptune in Pisces is very much guiding you on a spiritual level. The Capricorn, step 8, sunny and cool today with the moon in their sign a little bit later. Now, the Capricorns aren't quite sure on what to trust or who to trust or whether or not to get intimate, but you should go forward with your social agenda and your latest ideas for business or whatnot. The step 9s, the Arises, sunny and professional today with the moon moving into Capricorn. You are, of course, working on what your heart really wants and trying to fall in love again, Aries, and you're going to. But I'll tell you right now, move forward with what you trust already and what you have faith in already. So pick the low-hanging fruit, I think is what God's saying, Aries. Taurus, the step 10s, cloudy and learning today. Boy, that's true. I was learning a lot with technology, for one. Cloudy and learning. Now, Tauruses are working on a new home and family situation, kind of grounding themselves. Duh, here I am in Texas looking for a new home situation. But what you can move forward with, Taurus, are your partnerships that you're solid about and your social world, which is what I'm doing. I'm still on the air even though I don't know where my studio is. And lastly, the Virgos, the step 11s. Sunny, super creative with a chance of love and butterflies today. You are, of course, building inner faith, but what you can move forward with right away are your ideas that you have and your relationships that are working. So if the relationship works, go for it, Virgo and Virgo rising. Well, that kind of wraps up my Zodiac weather. It looks like I did a nice little 12 minutes here. Let me know what you think of this iPhone technique, because I think it will allow me to be on the air a lot faster than stupid regular videos. I mean, with a camera and a crew and all that stuff. This is actually probably just the way it needs to be, incognito. Thanks so much for all the wonderful comments yesterday. And here in this nice little breeze in sunny Dallas, Texas, I leave you with the pleasant reminder that Venus will rule the day by the end of the day, but to get there might mean that your mind has to really be dedicated to the heart. So I love and trust my heart. I think the same. Thank you so much for logging in. I'll see you tomorrow, my friend, from a different little spectrum. Live in your hearts, and until tomorrow, remember I love you, and live, love, be.